I assume sooner or later you're going to bump heads a little bit, just because both of you will have a separate vision. How do you keep the peacefully resolve creative disputes and make sure that that doesn't, well, I want to say that doesn't bleed over into your romantic life, but it sounds like it's all one and the same. Everything's happening all at once, right?
But it gets separated, I would say, the writing and the after writing.
Yeah, I mean, we try to keep it separate. We try not to bring our characters into the, into the dinner table with us. We try not to, but sometimes that does happen, and we try to keep things separate. I think the main thing is just if we
the rules that we have of Pito.
Yeah. We have a good rule, which is like if she says no to something, and then it's out. If I say no to something, then it's out.
Unless we can really, really pitch to the other person and convince the other person that it's a good idea for the book, then it's out.
And then we have to come up with a new idea that we both agree with. And like that, every time that, deep down, if I hear no to something that I like, I'm like, oh, that sucks. I really like that. But it's a good thing because it means that at the end of the day, our story is going to be that much better. Our Venn diagram of what we're able to get through we'll be able to get through to more people, right? If it's gotten through both of us. So that's kind of how we see disagreements with writing, and generally that never bleeds into doesn't bleed into how we care about each other, how we feel about each other, or or if maybe if we write something and I go, I really like this, and she goes, I really like this, and for whatever reason it gets heated, it's like, who cares? This is at the end of the day, it's a book, and what's more important than books is us. And I think having that priority first will always allow our books to to be something that can touch people, or at least affect people, and hopefully make their lives better and more fun.
Okay, so it's not something where one of you says no to an idea and the other one's like, I don't want to go to dinner tonight. I just don't feel like it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with it.
No.
That has nothing to do with dinner.
Well, I think the upside, of course, is if for authors with non-writing spouses, who they're in their book and they've left the desk, but the characters are still in their mind, they're still thinking about ideas, and your spouse says, hey, where are you at? And you try to explain it, you can't really explain, but if the other person's been there, they're working on stuff, I know, and if you're already there, I want to be there too. Let's not do a separation tonight. Let's keep talking.
Actually, sometimes it had happened to us. Maybe we have a plan a date, right? Like, this Friday we are going to, to the movies and then to a fancy dinner. And then we're putting our clothes and we're like, are you just thinking about that scene? Yes. Okay, let's take some fast food and go home. Like, let's change the plan because it doesn't make sense to, sometimes it doesn't make sense to do that plan, that fancy thing, go to the movies when I'm just thinking he might think he's doing it too. It's like, let's move it. And no one is going to get mad to cancel that plan because we both are doing it. And we just change it, like, put your pajamas, take some fast food and let's write.
Yeah, and we're like, okay, we'll do that plan next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Which is normally something that other people can't do. Yeah. So we can take time off of life, but we can also take time off of work whenever we want. So we try to go with like the flow of how we're feeling, because we know how important 12 hours can be if you're killing it those 12 hours, right? I mean, you can get 3 or 4 days worth of work, and
inspiration comes, don't deny it.
Comes when it comes sometimes. But then if inspiration is coming all the time every day, then we have to stop it and be like, okay, time to live our lives.
Yeah.
So,
let's take a shower.
Yeah, so it's a healthy balance. We try to strike a healthy balance. It's it can be difficult when you have so many goals and so many books ahead of you and so many things ahead of you. But that's the balance that you choose as a writer, right? It's the life that you've chosen.